Hi friends, in this lesson we will learn how to add data to an existing clustered column chart. So we have created a chart here with this data in which we have months Jan, Feb and March and three zones: East zone, Central zone and West zone. Now till this point we did not have the data for April and May. Now let's say our manager brings us the data of the months April and May as well, and we want to insert this data within this data set so that it reflects on this chart. We don't want to create a new chart altogether. We simply want, in the least time possible, that this data should be reflected here. How do we go about it? Let us see. The quickest method of doing this will be to select these cells K4 to L7, press Ctrl X, and then we paste it here by selecting the cell E2 and pressing Ctrl V. Now what we have to do is, the moment we click on the chart, that is the moment we select the chart area, we get these blue dotted lines which tell us the boundary within which the chart data is restricted. Now if we bring our cursor here and extend the boundary to include the months April and May, then instantly we get a new column each for April and May. Isn't this very simple? Let us again see what we did. Now if I want, I can put this blue boundary till the end of April, and instantly the month May gets vanished. I put it back just till January and February, and now only two columns are created. I bring it back till May, and now 5 columns are created. This is a very simple method of adding data to a clustered column chart. Okay, let us now look at another concept. Now let us look how to vary colors by point. Again, we have a clustered column chart. Let us increase its size first. Now we can clearly see that for each column there is one single color, blue. If I want that for each column the color should have been different, then I should have varied the colors by point. How do I go about that? It is pretty simple. I select any one column and all of the columns get selected. Now I right click on them, go to Format Data Series. Now I go to Fill, and under Fill I choose Vary Colors by Point, and I close it. Instantly I get different colors for different columns. How simple. Now let us see another concept. We go to Hide Unhide Rows. Okay, so if for some reason there are a few months which I don't want to be seen in my chart, then I can simply hide them. How? Simply if I hide the rows, then those columns which stand for those rows get hidden as well. For example, I don't want months September to February be seen, so I select all of them, right click on them and click on hide. Not only are they hidden from this data set, they are hidden from this chart as well. However, we can see a big void here in which these months are present, but there is no column for them. This is looking very shabby. How do I rectify that? I simply right click on this horizontal category axis, then I go to Format Axis, it is taking a moment to load. Yeah, now here I simply select Text Axis, then I press Close. Now only those columns will be reflected for which there is a data set. Hence there is no void any longer in this chart. Okay, in this lesson, let us look at the final concept, how to insert trend lines. Now, how do we go about that? We have a chart with us here, again for the months Jan to May, and we have three regions, East, Central and West. Now we want to see a trend line to see what is the pattern of sales. How do we go about that? We simply click on any one blue column and all the blue columns, which means all the columns for the region East get selected. We right click on any one of them, we go to add trend line, we select linear, and now under forecast, instead of 0, we type 2 and we close it. So not only have we got a trend line showing the existing sales trend, we have also done some forecasting for the months June and July. Now let us do this for the central region. So again, we click on any one maroon column, right click on it, go to add trend line. Again, linear is selected and next to forward, we again type 2 and close it. So we again get a trend line. Now we right click on the green column, go to add trend line, and next to forward, we again type 2 and close it. So there you go. This is how we insert a trend line in Excel. So we have learned 4 different things in this lesson: how to add data, how to vary colors by point, how to hide rows, and how to insert a trend line. Okay, one last thing. I had assumed that we knew how to unhide the rows, but if some of you have not looked at the previous lesson for doing the same, here is how we go about it. If we select these two rows between which certain rows were hidden, and now we right click on it, and now we go to unhide, then our columns come back to life. So this is how we unhide the rows. Okay, so trend line, hide, unhide rows, vary colors by point, and adding data. Four concepts in one lesson. I hope you enjoyed watching it. See you next time.